start with injury news out of Chicago. As former MVP Derrick Rose had successful knee surgery on Friday, it's the second time in 15 months that Rose has had surgery to repair a torn meniscus in his right knee, and it's his third knee surgery overall since 2012. Rose is averaging 18.4 points on 41% shooting this season, averaging 5 assists per game over 46 games. And Gar Forman said Derrick Rose should be cleared to return in about 4 to 6 weeks. And we take a look at the time Rose is needed to recover from his other injuries, tearing his left ACL in April of 2012, subsequently missing 99 games. After tearing his right meniscus in November of 2013, he missed the remaining 77 games of that season. And obviously this time, we just don't know how long he will miss. General Manager Gar Forman and former Defensive Player of the Year Joakim Noah weighed in on Rose's absence on Friday.
In this case, in comparison to what Derrick's had to go through the last several years, this surgery really was minor. And, you know, he's anticipated to have a full recovery. We're anticipating that the return to play will be in the next 4 to 6 weeks, depending on the rehab process.
There's a chance he comes back. That's exciting. We know for where we want to get to, we need Derrick back. There's no question about it. But right now, it's just about staying focused on the moment. You know, we got an important game tonight. We got to play better than we did last game.
We take a look at the numbers with Derrick Rose on and off the court this season. On the court, an offensive rating of 105.7. Off, not that much worse. Defensively, roughly the same. And the Bulls coming into Friday 7-5 without D. Rose. So, Smitty and G. Hill. Joakim Noah just said there's a chance he comes back. There's some 6 weeks remaining in the NBA's regular season right here at the end of February, beginning of March. We take it till about tax day. And it's 4 to 6 weeks that he's expected to be out. And Joakim Noah said there's a chance he comes back. Is Noah thinking about a couple of years ago when Rose was cleared in February and then did not return for the rest of that season, including the playoffs?
Well, I think this is different. I think when you look at this surgery, this is for him just going in and shaving it versus they repaired it last time. So the upside is, yes, the timetable is still 4 to 6 weeks, but it's still mentally where would Derrick Rose be at when he returns. And if it's before, obviously the playoffs, Jill and Rick, how many games can he get under his belt before he goes through that playoffs? Because, you know, once you hit that playoffs, teams are not letting you off the hook. I mean, it's going to be full blast. I just want to know where he's mentally. And obviously, we won't know that until we get a chance to sit down and talk to Derrick or get a chance to see him play because he's at another road of rehab, and you know, that can play on your psyche. Hopefully for him, he's up to this challenge to rehab and get back.
Well, Graham, with all the injuries and all the rehabbing you did over those years in Orlando, what would be your advice to Derrick Rose here, who seems to be taking kind of a similar path that you did?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the first and foremost, the fact that we didn't hear 4 to 6 months. We're hearing 4 to 6 weeks. That means the surgery was minor, and he has a chance to come back. The main thing is you got to forget about the timetables right now. Considering his history, considering what he's been through, he just has to get healthy. We know he struggled in the past. A couple years ago, he was cleared to play. I think it was different because he had been out the whole year.
Yep.
And to sort of ramp it up and have to come back when the team is making a push and into the postseason, it's not enough time to really mentally and physically get yourself right, I think. But now that he's been playing all season, he had a good off season, good summer USA basketball. He was relatively healthy most of the season. Right now, the most important thing is just get rid of all the chatter, all the noise, all the social media, people thinking you're a bust. Just focus on being positive, getting yourself healthy, and then 4 to 6 weeks down the road, you see where you're at. But the key is, look, the bottom line is the Bulls need him to do what they want to do, and they need him to be healthy. They need him to be even playing like he was playing at times this year, not the Derrick Rose of old, but someone who's capable in spurts of playing big, making big plays. They need that superstar level player, and we saw that at times. We haven't seen it consistently. But we saw it right before the All-Star break against Cleveland where he showed that another gear. And if he can get back, but it's going to be, as Smitty said, it's going to be all between the ears with him. It's going to be mental and emotional, how he attacks this, how he comes back, and only time will tell.
reading between the lines of what Joakim Noah said, there's a chance he comes back. He might not come back. This may be another season where the Chicago Bulls have to finish it out and go into the playoffs without Derrick Rose. We certainly hope that is not the case for the Bulls fans and all NBA fans who love Derrick Rose. But if the Bulls don't get him back, is it one and done in the playoffs, or can they win a playoff series or perhaps go on a run without D. Rose?
You know, they're better with Derrick Rose, obviously, but I think for sure they've been through this before. And then they have veterans. They don't lean on a lot of young guys. There's some guys that come in and play that's younger, but they're veterans who's been through it. Aaron Brooks, this is going to be a big challenge for him. I love Kirk Heinrich. Obviously, there's no Derrick Rose, but you still have some guys in Paul Gasol and Jimmy Butler that can carry the load offensively. And we all know what Tibbs going to challenge those guys defensively, every man. So they'll be fine defensively. Offensively, you always want that guy who can draw a double team. And to me, is when you have more guys that can draw a double, whether it's in the post or off the bounce, you have a better chance. Derrick Rose is one of those guys. But they do have Powell and they do have Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, this team, obviously, Tibbs has been through this before. But the supporting cast, the players around Derrick Rose, I think this year are better than in the years past. So you have guys who have playoff experience. You have two All-Stars, as Smitty alluded to. Butler's played huge with Rose sort of working his way back into form this year. Of course, Gasol has been there, and he's been rejuvenated in Chicago. I think the key is going to be Noah. He's been, a little bit out with injuries and struggling at times early in the year. He's starting to, it seems to play better. If he can be healthy and be that high, energetic big man who plays well on both ends, they got a shot to at least get past the first round and at least get to the second round and possibly get to the Eastern Conference Finals, even without Derrick Rose. But I don't think they emerge out of the East without Derrick Rose.